Hello there everybody, TivTheMelancholy here. I am hoping that the music isn't too loud and that I'm not going to be muffled out. I'm going to do something I haven't done before so far, and that is play a game I haven't actually played before on the channel. This is the game Home, as you can clearly see. This game has suggested that I turn the lights out and play with headphones on, which I have done. That said, my monitor is very bright and colorful, so it may not work out as it's supposed to. Your game will be saved automatically at certain points. However, we recommend that you put aside an hour and a half and complete Home in a single setting. I have more than an hour and a half, so let's do it. Turn up the sound, turn off the lights. Alright. All I remember at that point was finding myself alone. Oh, my head. Where was I? It was so dark. I know very little about this game. There was something by my feet. A flashlight. Okay. Okay. I don't like... Really? Ugh. Can't, like, investigate? Oh. That house. Where was I? Let me check some real quick. Really? Ooh. You can't even like add like alright. Enter. Like, do I need to? Ooh. There was a body laying on the floor. Who was it? Okay, I don't like that it doesn't use, like, the WASD thing. Like, it wants you to use the arrow key, but it also wants you to, like, use the mouse pad for some... Or rather, it wants you to use, like, the mouse for some reason. And, like, that's not great. And I mean, it wouldn't... Bye, kitty. But also, like, space is the interact button, as far as I can tell. Okay, so it does very clearly tell you what you're supposed to interact with, or what you... Ooh. Okay. You can't even click on something to interact with. That's dumb. Ugh. This is a bad choice as far as I'm concerned. Like, far be it from me to, like, comment on game design, I guess, but... What is this? The desk has a computer and some papers on it, and a single drawing. I didn't want to snoop, but do I open the drawer? Sorry, a drawer, not a drawer. A drawer. Receipts, pens, in a blurry photo. It looks like a store of some kind. Why did this look so familiar? Okay. I am waiting for... Oh. Okay. Blood on the wall. It smelled fresh and sickening. I realized there was blood on my shoes and pants. Oh man. I had to get out of it there. Am I the killer? I feel like I'm the killer. I feel like if it's revealed that I'm the killer, I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, with the Resident Evil bullshit. Alright, let's go downstairs. I noticed that I limped as I moved down the stairs. How did I hurt my leg? I wonder. All I could really recall was coming home and seeing Rachel. I was upset. She looked afraid. I shook my head and tried to clear it. I knew I should head downstairs, try to find a way out. The shelf was full of books on local history and hunting. Seems like the owner of the house really knew the area. Alright, I guess I'm going to use my mouse to drag instead of... Oh! Don't make that sound. What the fuck? An old dining table covered in dirty dishes for 2 people. There were dozens of beer cans and other liquor bottles among the dishes. The smell was turning my stomach. Ooh. A black and white photo looked like the man upstairs and his wife. I guess there was no reason for me to keep this. Did I take it? Yes, you did. I slipped the photo into my pocket. Maybe this would help me find some answers. There was only dust on the floor now. People have a lot of... I keep expecting something to jump out at me. Ooh, we could go downstairs. Hi? What are you? A thin gray mouse was stuck in a trap. It looked frantic, but exhausted. Did I free it? Sure. Let's go downstairs before I go outside. I should have, like, left the rat be for now. I looked like hell. My clothes were dirty and torn, and there was mud caked all over my shoes. Oh, the front door was blocked by a pile of furniture. I knew I had to find another way out. That's the front door? So this place has 3 stories? Weird. Oh, the bathroom was spotless. Everything had been wiped to a sheen. I wonder if it was the man's wife who did the cleaning or him. Oh, wait. Hold on. There was a photo development tray lying on the floor. Some leftover negatives were sticking out, but they were pretty blurry. I thought I saw what looked like treetops. Alright, bitch! The door was taped up and seemed to be stuck, but the smell, I guess it led to the kitchen. Damn door was locked, but it didn't look like there was a keyhole. Maybe I could find another way to open it. Whew, boy. Okay. This is some bullshit. Tools. Excellent. You know what? I'm taking those. A collection of rusty tools. These look like they'd seen a lot of use. And were caked with damp-smelling dirts. Why weren't they in the shed? I don't give a shit. Take the shovel, please. A photo similar to the one I picked up. It's been moved a lot. There seemed to be a switch behind it. Did I push the switch? Yes. It depressed smoothly into the wall. I heard a faraway click somewhere. Something must have opened elsewhere. Or somewhere, rather. Wait, hold on. Can I please take one of these? It's an odd place to keep yard tools. What would they have been used for here? Alright, fine, idiots. put me through. What was through here? No, okay. I'm worried that there's a time crunch for this shit. Okay. Upstairs, maybe? Okay, so... something far away. I'm wondering what the hell is up with that. Here? Ooh, okay. Right, that. Okay. I've said it many times, but... oh, Indie Games is really a horror game if you're enough of a bitch about it. And I most certainly am. You got any other information? This man's face looks like the man in the photo I found. Yeah, I gathered. Down we go. Did I already go in there? You know, I'm just gonna go back downstairs. I got work in the morning. Alright. Cat? There were sheets of paper all over the kitchen table. It looked like a series of names were written down, but they were too smudged to read. I can only make out a few of the notes. Keycard, locker. Last one, I promise. It didn't make much sense at all at the time. Much sense at the time, rather. Hello, rat. You're back. Be kind and see the results. Alright. What were the results? What? The smell of old dishes and moldy food was dizzying. It seems like the results were just that the rat got away, but alright. A switch in the wall appears to have unlocked the door. Who or what was locked in this room then? The box looked heavy, but there were marks on the floor. It had obviously been moved before. Maybe I had found a way out. I must have moved it, right? Not yet. I left it alone, but I couldn't think of another option. Okay. I'm gonna check the front door first. I hear a rat sound. Nope. I keep waiting for something to jump out and just grab me. Alright, there's nothing else I can think of. Box looked heavy, but there were... Yeah, I get it. Yep. Maybe I had found a way out. Yeah. I heaved the box forward, and it finally gave. Alright. There was a ladder going underground where the box was. A dank smell rose from the passage. Did I climb down the ladder? I mean, there's not much choice. I looked again at the photo I found in the house. The couple looked distant, like they didn't want to be in the same photo or same picture. I wondered where the wife was. My leg was in terrible shape, but I had to get out. Footprints in the dirt looked like more than one kind and a lot of traffic. Placed all over were marked on the... Or places all over were marked on the old map of town. The industrial area near the river, various houses, and even the water tower near the old rail station. Interesting. Newspaper clippings from the local paper. They were all about murders in town over the last few years. Wait. There were photos of our house. What the hell was that about? Maybe I should have looked around more. Tried to find some kind of information. Like, I looked all over the place. There was nothing else to find. A work table covered in paper, dirt, and a handgun. I hated guns. Did I take it? Did I? I didn't take it, did I? Of course I fucking did. I tucked the small handgun into my pockets. Its weight was somehow reassuring. Alright, wait. Can I go back? Like, genuine question. Can I go back? You say that I should have looked around more. Oh. Well, that would explain why I can't go back. Never mind. Look, I double-checked most of those rooms. Alright. It was so dark down there, and the air smelled stale and putrid. I couldn't believe what I saw. What was this place? Okay. The desk looked old and was caked with grime. On it was a stack of old faded paper, covered with what looked like names. They were scratched out and illegible notes. And illegible notes were written beside them in faded blue ink. I could only make out a few letters. Okay, so these are all names, presumably. Maybe, like, Harvey and... I don't know. None of it made any sense to me. Some kind of homemade rack slung together with poorly cut wood and rope. It was caked with old blood. Somebody didn't actually use that, did they? What the hell? Rusted hooks, like the kind you'd find in a butcher, hung from the ceiling. They looked pitted and worn from heavy use. That man upstairs, did he do this? Crudely made shelves. They looked like they were holding cans of some kind of corrosive. The labels were worn and slick, but I could still see the warnings. Can I take them? The slight fumes that still emitted from the cans made me dizzy. I feel I should let you all know I am dyslexic, so this may be a bit of an issue. It looked like a cage. It was small, but there was some kind of coating, something coating the bottom, something wet. Well, I don't need to know any more then, now do I? There looked to be bones half dug into the ground, and the remains looked old. Yeah, okay. The faded clothes that stuck up amongst the dirt looked familiar. Oh. They looked like the clothes that woman was wearing in the photo I found. Was this the man's wife? Ooh. Oh. Okay. For a second, it looked like the bones were like shifting, breathing, because I, like, the outline left, and I'm just like, no, don't do that. Okay. So I do find it interesting that I can actually go back up from here. But I wouldn't know what I would be looking for if I did. Okay. Some kind of old boxes. They look like they were years old. Wait a minute. These boxes had old clothes in them. Clothes that I remember throwing out after Rachel and I moved to town. What the hell were they doing here? No. Ah, okay. Well, that was a nothing situation. Got it. I remember noticing the broken ladder. I had to be careful. Shut the fuck up, please. There was a rope hanging there. I wasn't sure how sturdy it was. Did I take it? I sure did. Maybe the rope would make the broken ladder easier to descend. Alright, well, bye to whoever that fucking was that whispered in my goddamn ear. How dare you, by the way? I guess. It's weird that it won't let me, like, investigate the bones, but the rope I found would have let me climb down the broken ladder safely. Did I climb down? Yeah, I guess I did. I could hear a faint hum, and the smell from before started to get worse. Okay. Don't do that. That looks like a weird face. A bunch of old newspapers, wheat pasted together. Wheat pasted? Alright. Letters had been nastily smeared on it. Keep out. Danger due to cave-in. I don't like how loud this is. I'm worried it's going to muffle my... Okay, fuck you too. I could still feel a faint impression of the ropes I had slid down as I pressed against the heavy metal door. It was probably for the best that I hadn't jumped. The ache in my leg was bad enough as it was. If I could have, though, I would have run straight out of those awful tunnels. Who would keep such a place? At least, I thought, I had found that old handgun. It seemed to work, and from the smell of it, it had been used already. I didn't check for bullets. Ugh. I kept the gun in my pocket. It seemed a familiar weight there. Yes, because I'm the killer. This place is mine. There was dirt on the ground. It looked wet, and there was grass smeared within it. I could hear a faint ticking sound, like water, or trickling. What was that? Exit, you say? A kitchen knife covered in drying blood. Thinking about it made me sick. I didn't even want to touch it. Did I take the knife? Yes, I took the knife. I slipped the knife in my boot since I had the gun in my pockets. Did I really need all this? I shouldn't have taken this. I really shouldn't have. Look, I'm exploring this till the end. Okay, well, in here first. The door was locked. There was a musty smell from inside. That was loud, by the way. That was really fucking loud. I wasn't sure, but I thought it was some kind of regulator. I had no idea how it worked. I'm like a criminal with amnesia. I wasn't sure what those valves were for. Did I turn it anyways? Not yet. I left the valve alone. Like, something crashed down or, like, exploded or something. A lot of valves in here. Waiting to fucking die. Ooh. I don't believe this is the exit. I really don't. Alright. There was a rusty ladder sunk into the water, which smelled disgusting. I knew I couldn't climb down that. Maybe I could find a way to drain the putrid water. Okay, so that's what the valves are for. I'm going back this way, if only because there's a ladder here, and I want to know where it goes. Surely this won't lock me out. Ooh, what are you? Disgusting. It was a mess of filthy garbage bags. They were ripped and tears in most of the bags. What looked like an old VHS tape was sticking out. Did I take the tape? Yes. I wasn't sure what I hoped to discover from the tape, but I took it anyways. It's just The Little Mermaid. Oh. I don't like this. I'll be back. Oh, did I go this way? I don't know if I did. Oh, I did. I thought I could turn this water valve to shut off the flow of the water. Did I turn it? Yep. I should probably turn one first, but it's fine. Okay, I'll turn one first. I thought I could turn the water valve to shut off the flow. Okay. I thought the dust I could see handprints from previous use. Probably from whoever worked those sewers. Okay, so I turned one. I've turned two. Three and four are in here. I thought blah blah blah, yeah. The big reveal is that actually it'll make the water flow higher. Alright, let's see if that helped. It probably didn't. I probably did something wrong. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, what did I do wrong? Okay. Alright, let's turn one and then... Look like I turned the water flow off in this valve. Alright. Maybe I need to do this now? Through the dust, blah blah blah. I thought I could turn... Did it... Okay, so are these ones functional now, or... Okay. Yeah. What? Did I accidentally click no on all those? Weird. Door was locked. Okay, so I just wanted to check to see if it was still locked. Okay. But come on, what the fuck? Alright, what am I doing wrong? Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna go through, we're gonna try this again. One, it looks like I turned off the water flow in the valve. Cool. Two, I thought I could turn... Okay. No, okay. What am I doing wrong here? Alright. Maybe... It looks like I turned off the water flow in this valve. Okay. Yes. Did that work? The valve is still active. Did I turn it again? Yes. It looks like I turned off the water from the valve. That's super annoying. Are you done? I thought I could turn this water valve. Okay. Okay. I really wish there was some indication, because as far as I knew, that was just the ambiance of the room. Okay. Everything is shut off now. Jesus Christ. Wouldn't turning off the water pumps mean that, like... Video game logic is weird. Alright. Down. This ladder would be so disgusting and unsafe. It looks like the water drained out of that grates in the wall. Good for it. Come on. There was a small metal key left floating in the shallow pool of the receding water. Did I take it? Yes, I did. Come on. Take the fucking key. I pocketed the small key, but it was so odd-shaped, I had no idea what it might be open, or what it might open. Well, now it doesn't want to... What's the deal here? Come on. How annoying. The safety poster had definitely seen better days. How old was this facility? Great question. How is it still on the wall if this place was just like filled with water just a little bit ago? The door was locked and I could see a faint light within. So there's still light in there? What? How is there still light? Okay. Ooh, there's blood here. Ooh, there was a security camera in the room. There must have been a way to see what was happening. Maybe the VHS tape I found could be useful. Oh, that's a person. I found another dead body, a sewer worker, but the wounds all over his face and body. I figured he'd been stabbed repeatedly. There was a keyring sticking out of the man's pocket. Did I take it? I sure did. I thought about the knife I had found with some disgust as I carefully picked the key from his pocket. I was almost worried he was going to grab me. Nope. I don't think there's any danger here. I think that I'm the villain. I think that I've stashed all these people. There was a hint of fresh air here. I must have been near the exit, but I wondered, what did that key I found on the sewer worker do? And what was the videotape I found? Well, there's no place to watch either of them. I don't know what you want from me. Well, I made my way up the ladder as best I could on my leg. Would I really need the gun or the knife before the ends? I wondered what was on the VHS that I found, or in that locked room. Should I have gone back to check? My head was buzzing with questions, and tired thought, I ascended the ladder. Suddenly, as I lifted the heavy lid above me, I could smell fresh old pine trees. The lid had fallen on the entrance there and was stuck shut. All right. That's my bad. I think that was its way telling me that I should have gone back, but there was... Oh. Alright. Hi. Oh boy. I'm gonna go this way first. This must have been the entrance to the forest that was mentioned on the map I had seen. Whoever was poking around those tunnels underneath the man's house had scribbled notes on this place, but I couldn't make them out. Here the sign pointed out various campsites and walking paths within the woods. It mentioned a river and maybe a washroom, but the rest of that was too faded to see clearly. I'm going to go back for that one door because it seems like I might be going in a kind of a way. Really loud, I don't like that. This door's... I tried the little key I had fished out of the murky puddle in the sewer. It fits, and I heaved open the rusty door. The wind was picking up a bit. The night's air had become strangely chilly. Now there's eyes on that side, huh? Alright. Well, one mystery solved. Sort of. Not at all. The old train station was quiet as a tomb. The only sound was that of the increasing wind buffering the decrepit station or structure. There's a door there. Dang, there are branching paths all over the place, huh? An old map encased in glass hung on the wall. It was a train route the train routes connected to the old station. As I looked at it, it seemed familiar. Of course, the map I found in those tunnels had similar locations marked, and the notes I found on the other man's bookshelf. His notes mentioned the water tower and even this train yard. What was he doing coming back here? Oh, we're going back in first. Oh, gosh. The ancient ticket booth was falling apart and covered in dust and grime. Stacks of paper lined the counter, faded remains of old schedules and reports. Among the papers were newer-looking sheets, covered in scribbles and illegible notes. Come to think of it, the man in the house had kept similar scribbles hidden in his bookshelf, and he had notes on the water tower outside too. I guessed he could have been coming here, but why? What was he using this old station for? I really wish there was a way to adjust the sound. It is pretty loud. All right. I don't like the eyes that keep appearing, but... Ugh. The old train was ripped open and hanging from a shred of metal, as well as the broken fence, was a dark stained patch of cloth. Oh. It looked synthetic, like some kind of outerwear. Inside the train's shell, I could see a few faint impacts, like wounds. Could they have been bullet marks? Was somebody shot there? The ground was well worn, though I couldn't really make anything out. I realized I was touching the gun I had found as I thought. Alright. So this train yard didn't really give me any answers, is what I'm learning. Fascinating game. I do feel like I missed quite a bit, but I don't know if I actually did or not. Ooh. Alright. Hold on. That looks odd. Nope, I guess not. Is that supposed to be the keyhole? What the hell? That is pretty dumb looking, actually, yeah. Alright, well, nowhere else to go. Didn't love that. Through the fence, I could see a dilapidated outbuilding. I wondered if I could find my way around. Oh. Ugh. I keep expecting something to jump out at me. Stop it. There was a fire pit there. It was still a bit warm, and a few embers still burned at the bottom. Was someone else out in these woods? Why did they abandon their campfire? Or their campsites? A cheap dome tents... the cheap dome tents slept 2 people. I shone my flashlight inside and could see someone's bedroll. 2 backpacks and a cooler. But no people. Those old people were the ones who were camping. Hi. No, 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 no. Don't... something. No, no. Okay. So, those old people were the ones who were camping. That house was mine. They got inside, and they paid the price, obviously. Or I hunted them, rather, is more appropriate assumption. The grimy sink had a small patch in it that looked almost clean. A musky wooden plank propped up the stall door. It didn't really seem useful. Did I bother to take it? Yes. I wasn't sure why, but I took the plank. This is a point-and-click adventure game. You take fucking everything. How dare you question me? I don't know what the almost clean bit of the sink is about, but I know what a log or a plank of wood can be good for. This way. I am not keeping track of where these bushes go at all, by the way. The sign was the same as the first one I had seen. This must have been the exit on the other side of the woods. I had finally found the exit. Once I left, I knew I'd never want to return there. Ah, well then I can't leave yet. Oh, well then I guess I'm leaving. Oh my god, did I survive the game? Finding the campsite had been strangely unsettling. I couldn't imagine why anyone would abandon their site in the middle of the night, especially in the dark forest. I was relieved, at least, to finally be out of there. Even now, as I peered through the dense trees, I could see cracks of light and a bit of the land beyond. I must have been getting closer to town, but where exactly was I? As I stepped through the gates, I suddenly recognized the auto part factory where I had worked as a mechanist for all those years. The plant had closed almost 3 years ago now. Times were better then. I thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it was just the wind. Oh, no. Hi. Not another victim. I took it from his uniform that he was a security guard there, just doing his job. His head had been severely beaten and his face was covered in blood. Dug around the ground was a cracked old watch. It was mine. I bought it on the trip out west with Rachel. I barely went a day without wearing it. It didn't look like it worked anymore, and it was heavy. Did I take back my watch? Yes, I took it back. Even though it no longer ran, I clasped the watch around my wrist. That's evidence at that point, dude. Ugh. Stop it. Stop making loud noises. Shut up! One of the lockers hung open. Its contents were tossed around like someone had been looking for something. There was a large power box with 5 lights on it. Cables busted out of the box, sneaking out to other parts of the factory. The metal was starting to wear, and cobwebs had collected on the corners. The box wasn't receiving power. Alright, there's a lot of different spaces I can go. I'm gonna go here first. The door was locked tight. It seemed to be connected to the power box outside, beside it. Ow, find a way in. The door was locked shut, and there was a little electrical box under the handle. A sign was pasted on the front of that said, "Oh gosh, danger, closed for repairs." All right, means we're going upstairs and looking for a key. Every part of this plant smelled old and rotted. I noticed the old bulletin board on the wall. Did I? The board contained yellowed clippings of newspaper cartoons, and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that worked there. One of them was to Norman, who was one of the older guys on the line. Why do you know that? A power panel. Looks like it was shut off. Did I switch it on? Yes. Old locker was stuffed with dirty work clothes and old boots. There was a photo of a woman taped to the inside, but it was scratched out and the face was unrecognizable. Serial killer material. A power panel. Yes. Just turn it on. Well, it was shut tight. There was a rusty-looking card slot on the outside. Got it. Okay, so you're on. You're not on, I'm realizing. So, the power panel wasn't working. Did I? Yes. Okay. Our old break room. The layer of dust and grime only made seeing this sting more. The door had been hastily boarded up. I can't wait for it to be unboarded. Again, hastily. Oop. This was Norman's locker. The door was dented like someone had punched it. I don't remember him doing that when we worked there. Okay, come on. A utility shelf crammed with mismatched tools and items. There was a claw hammer on the shelf. Did I take the hammer? Yes. As I took the hammer, I noticed it wasn't as dusty as the rest of the tools on the shelf. I keep waiting for like a jump scare to happen at one of those doors. It would be very effective and I would hate it. The locker was a complete mess. Hidden at the bottom, though, there was a magnetic card. Did I take the card? Yes. I slipped the card into my pocket. Along with all the other things that I put in my pocket so far. Another panel. I hoped could help me get back. Yes. Come on. Yes. I see. Hey, there we go. Another panel. Hey, come on. Come on. Come on. Hey, there we go. Let me just, go... Oop. Shut up. I'll get to it. I struck with the hammer the old wooden boards and came apart easily. After I had removed the panel, I left the hammer on the floor. What? No! That's a bludgeoning weapon. You keep that, goddammit. This was my locker in the factory. It stank of booze. There was a picture of Rachel on the inside. It looked like it had been torn up. I thought I had taken that picture home when the factory closed. Ooh. There was a mess of empty booze bottles. I wonder if that man in the house had something to do with this. He sure had a lot of alcohol in this place. Like, this is what I'm saying. I am the villain of this story. I've already predicted it. Like, look, I acknowledge this game is a few years old, so maybe like the concept of like I was the villain the whole time isn't terribly original now, but I bet it back then it probably was. Wait, actually, this was the floor that had the magnetic strip, right? Like, in here? I'm pretty sure. Come on. Yep, right here. The keycard I found seemed like it would pass through the reader. Did I use the card? I slid the card through the old reader and turned the handle. Loud. Alright. Ooh. Ooh, that's a way down. I'm not done here yet. Well, hold on. Let me see what it says. There was some kind of ventilation hatch there. It looked like I could jump to the room below. My leg hurt enough as it was, but I could see another option. But I couldn't see another option. Did I jump? Fuck no! If I was too chicken to jump down that broken ladder before, why do it now? There had to be another way. Yeah, there was. Whoa, what? There was no key. Oh my fucking god. Alright, well, I guess I jumped down the hole. I wish I had known that. I wouldn't have come in here yet. Alright, well. Oh man, my leg hurt like hell. Fuck. There was a crumpled up paper on the floor. It had been scratched out heavily and was hard to make out. Did I try to read the letter? Yep. Most of the letter was violently scratched out with what looked to be a ballpoint pen. All I could make out was need to, just don't, drinking, need, Norman. Was Norman writing? Who was Norman writing to? Well, guess it doesn't matter. I stepped out of the factory, glad to be rid of its smell, of its memories. I couldn't stop thinking about the room with the bottles in it. Was that guard I found outside really drinking up there, or was it? Or what about Norman? And who was rooting around? And who was rooting through all those lockers? I couldn't tell where I was as I looked around, but I figured I needed to get to the road and get my bearings. Maybe Norman could help. His store wasn't that far from the turn-off of the factory, if I remember correctly. Alright. Stop it. You're just an ambiance noise. You're not something to be afraid of. The game would tell me if it was. Alright. God damn it. Wait, okay. But I'm going backwards at this point. Whatever. Oh gosh. I don't know if there's anything to actually be afraid of. I think that, like, I am the danger. It sounded like it was going to start raining again. I had entered Norman's place. This was the back of the store that he ran. It was oddly quiet, except for the faint sound of a television. Hope you're ready to see Norman dead. The entrance of the front of the store was locked from the inside. It looked like I could just pop it open Wait, what? It looked like I couldn't just pop it open. I needed a key. There was a bit of blood on the keyhole. Well, alright. Norman, are you dead? I bet you're dead. Oop, that's blood. Let's go find Norman's dead body. Hope you're not married, Norman. Hey, Norman. Oh no. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Norman, my coworker, and one of my few friends I had in this town, lay dead beside his armchair. His face and shirt were covered in blood. It looked like he had been shot trying to get up. His eyes were still wide with shock. Norman, you deserve better than this. Did I close his eyes? Yes. I wasn't sure if I wanted to give him peace, or if I just couldn't stand to think any more about what was going on. Quickly, I closed Norman's eyes. TV? Do you have a VHS? The TV still flickered some indecipherable channel. Can I maybe turn this off? Nope, can't. I guess this was Norman's kitchen table. He kept it clean enough, but there were water rings from 2 cups sitting there in the wood. Okay, there was a lady friend then. The trash bin smelled fresh. I didn't dig through that mess, did I? I sure did. I found a hairpin among the rotting food and trash and pocketed it. Can't go through the fridge, damn. Anything goes in a point and click game. Okay. I'll be able to pick the lock downstairs, I assume. Despite the shock of already finding Norman in that state, seeing this turned my stomach just as much. It was one of Rachel's old fall coats. What was it doing here? Was she okay? Can I take it? Something dark stained the sleeve. My stomach only tightened further. Oh. Inside the cabinet was a small but impressive collection of hunting rifles, shotguns, and even a few items I didn't think were legal here. One of the slots on the rack was empty. The gun I had found seemed to match the others there. If the handgun was Norman's, what the hell was he doing with it? The gun would fit there. Did I place it back in the cabinets? Now that's an interesting question. I thought I was getting a shotgun out of this, but Now the problem is it already has my fingerprints on it, so there was no like claiming, oh, it wasn't mine or whatever. I still have the knife, but the knife isn't going to be great for protecting myself with. No. Though it weighed on me, I had a hard time parting with the weapon just then. I mean, what happens if you do is the thing. Like, I assume nothing happens, but I assume that if I need a weapon in the future, I simply won't have it. I wish I had kept the hammer still, honestly. What? My God, go downstairs. Let's get you home. I used the hairpin to pick the lock. The hairpin snapped in half, so I threw it away. The general store was small, but it was clean. It had the usual things: postcards, snacks, magazines, and canned goods. I never went there much. Rachel usually stopped by after work if we needed anything. The register was mostly empty, and a fat stack of travel magazines sat beside it. Did I kill this whole town? Is that the secret? The icebox seemed to be unplugged. It must have been off for a while. Most of the contents were half melted. Huh. There were various postcards from areas, especially from the tourist traps. One of the postcards showed an old black and white photo of the water tower. It looked to be in much better shape then. Alright. What had I seen? Norman was dead, but I had no idea why. I didn't know how he could be involved in all this. But the thought of him lying on the floor up there was sickening. The only comfort I had was the gun I still carried. But was it really a comfort or a curse? The rain was coming down hard, but at least I was close to home. It wouldn't be long before I got my answers. Yes, I killed my wife and I kill people. Obviously. Alright, I guess I'll just like enter various doorways. It was locked, but it wasn't the right gates. This wasn't the right gates. It was locked tight. This wasn't my home. How far can I go? Pretty far. Okay. Okay, so this was my home. The door only led me back. I had to find my house. Alright, fine. I should have gone to the end of the hall before before then. Interesting. The neighborhood's local post box. A letter was sticking out as if someone hadn't pushed it all the way in. I knew it wasn't right, but did I look at the letter? I sure did. There was no return address, but it was answered to Norman. Carefully, I tore it open and I looked at the letter inside. It read, "Stay away. She's mine." That wasn't it. That was it. No signature. No other information. Alright, how far can I go? How far will you let me go? Ooh. I think I found my house. Let's go. Rachel, honey. Oh. I had entered our backyard. The rain gave me a terrible sense of foreboding, and it chilled me through my clothes. I was expectant, but also afraid. Ooh. I held my breath as I approached our back door. I was terrified to step inside. Oh, loud. Really loud. I don't like that. The house is painfully quiet. The only sound was my own breathing, ragged and strained. I flicked the light switch by the door. The power was off. Of course it was. I remember having breakfast here on this very table. Was that yesterday or sometime before? Alright, it's okay, game. You don't gotta be so loud. It's okay. The door to the basement, it was locked. Where had I put the damn key? We're gonna deal with one floor at a time. The front door was locked from the inside. I couldn't go out, though. I needed to see if Rachel was here. Oh, I think I know where Rachel is. She's in the basement and she's dead. Okay, so 3-story building, apparently. The door was stuck shut. There was an old-fashioned keyhole beneath the handle. Or is that an attic? Game, please. Oh my god. My volume isn't this loud, is the thing. Our television. I had purchased it before I knew I was going to lose my job. I felt pretty guilty about it afterwards, but by then it was too late. Oh, goodness. Waiting to find my wife and for her to, like, shoot me. The books there were half mine, half Rachel's. Hey, now that I looked more closely, it looked like the man in the house had some of the same books as I did. Oh, did you? There was a suitcase on the bed. It was Rachel's. I remember it from that trip we took out west. Did I open the suitcase? I sure did. I wasn't sure what to make of the suitcase's contents. Inside were a few days' worth of clothes, some toiletries, and train tickets. Where was she planning to go? Oh, hon, I know exactly where she was planning to go. Away from the fucking you. Oh. Our hallway mirror had been smashed, its pieces scattered around the floor. Our sink, which needed to be replaced, one of the taps always stuck, but I hadn't got around to fixing it yet. Ooh. We were lucky enough to get a house with one of those wonderful old claw-footed tubs. They have terrible water pressure, though, don't they? Very cool, I guess. Last door before the basement. My laptop had been left on, only had a tiny bit of power left. On the screen was a website about the old water tower. There was a key on the top of the drawer. There was a key in the top drawer of my desk. Did I take it? Yes. I pocketed the key. Game, relax. I'm getting to the ending. It's okay. Jesus Christ. They've largely stopped with the jump scares. I unlocked the basement door. The garbage bags were stuffed with old paint cans and supplies. There was a dirty old key there. Did I take the key? Yes. I took the small key and tried to remember what it unlocked. There were old clothes, tools, and other things. Wait. There were old clothes, tools, and other things we obviously hadn't thrown out yet. Wait. Oh. I had put up this divider wall last summer so we could create a separate room in the basement. I hadn't finished it yet, so the door was stuck and the drywall was poorly installed. I might have been able to break through if I had found something heavy enough. Didn't finish it. Okay. If I had found something heavy enough. Okay. Oh, well. There was an old Christmas decoration in the box. I couldn't even remember our last Christmas. It looks like there's plaster and old trolling in here. We had way too much junk. It looked like there was... Okay. There has to be something upstairs then. Wait, but you said there was tools in there. Surely there was something I could use in there. Oh, I'm getting through that door. Wait, I have a plank of wood. Why can't I use that? Surely that could work. The grimy key I found in the basement unlocked the door. Oh, I didn't even realize that door was there, if I'm being totally honest. It looked like the room had been tossed around. The furniture was a mess. Did somebody break in here? There was an old crowbar on the floor. Did I take the crowbar? Of course I did. I lifted the heavy crowbar. I appreciated its weight. Alright. I'm coming, wifey. I know you're down there. I hate that I turned the light off. Why did I turn the light off? Oh my god. Alright, wifey. I'm here to set you free. God damn it. Did I break through the wall with the crowbar? With a heave, I swung the crowbar at the wall. I smashed a hole large enough to step through. As I stepped through the broken wall, my breath caught in my throat. This was it. Was Rachel down here? Was she okay? Don't look. Oh, I've gone through this before. Alright, prediction. Rachel tried to leave me after the factory shut down. I went nuts. I murdered her. I trapped her behind this weird wall. And I have ever so often just lost my fucking mind because I think that we're still together. Don't look. There she is. A filthy pile of rags had been dumped in the corner. The stench of them was awful. It made my eyes water. I was terrified to even touch the pile, to see what was laying within, but I knew I had to. I had come this far. After all this searching, after all I had seen, when I looked within the rags, did I finally find my Rachel? Yeah. Wrapped within the filthy rags, pale and still, was Rachel. She was covered in faded bruises and what looked like cuts. Her chest was a horrible mess of blood and dirt, and I couldn't bear to look at it. The knife in my boots, the gun in my pockets, Were they the tools of her murder? I thought about all I had seen and wondered if any of it could have helped me figure out who had done this. And when I couldn't stay there any longer, I stepped away on shaking legs and I made my way back upstairs. Reluctantly, exhausted from my journey, I could no longer resist the urge to close my eyes. Realize your worst fear, grim discovery. Maybe I would use some of Rachel's travel books and find some place to go. No matter what, I needed some kind of escape. What's this? This was the old photo of what the other man and his wife. This was the old photo of the other man and his wife, I assume. I found it in that house. I recall those faded remains that I had found deep underneath his house. What had he done there? Well, what did I think? Was that man involved with this whole mess somehow? No. I wasn't sure, but the poor old bastard was good and dead. He was the victim, not a criminal. Within the few broken pieces of that remained of the mirror, within the few broken pieces that remained of that mirror, I could see my face had grown pale and weak. I couldn't bear to look again. It was like I didn't actually expect a reflection. I felt empty and drained. The reflection in that grimy glass was only a shadow of a whisper. I still loved that old-time charm of that clawed foot bath, though it seemed like a cold comfort now. Then... Okay. God, I hope I can leave this level soon, because it is just... I'm really worried it's going to ruin my earbuds. This was the key card I found in the factory, the one that allowed me to slip through that door. It seemed to me that it was probably Norman's, but if that was true, what was he doing back in the plants? Did I think Norman was going back to the factory? No. No, somebody else was using that locker room. But who? The laptop had finally run out of power. Plug it in. Come on. This way. Down we go. We're going down memory lane, buddy. This was the letter I had taken from the post box. Who had it out for Norman? Who had sent him that letter? It must have been someone from the neighborhood, or at least somebody wanted it to look that way. I wasn't sure what to think. Did Norman murder Rachel? No. No way. Norman had ended up dead himself. Whoever sent that threatening letter must have got to him. But who the hell was that? I still had no idea what was on that tape I found in the garage, if I only had found a way to watch it. Surely you could find a VHS player. From now on, I'd have no one to get angry with me for stupid things like buying this TV. a safe. My old office safe sat on the floor. I'd used a digital passcode lock. Did I try to open it? Yeah. The safe used an 8-digit code. What was the damn code again? 11111111111. No, that wasn't it. Damn, I couldn't remember. Well. It seems like I had seen all there was. Maybe I thought I was ready to go back into the basements. Surely there was more. That's the front door. Alright, if we're going in... Maybe there wouldn't be anything for me to find, but I had to take a last look. If I was guilty, I could take this to a warm, safe place and do something about it. Did I pick up the knife? Sure. I took the knife and I kept it firmly in my hand. If I wanted it to end it, I could do it. I could do it with that gun. Did it pick it up again? Sure. It was like carrying an anvil, but I wouldn't let it go. Not again. Now that I stood there, I realized I couldn't go back into that room again. I had already seen too much. I needed to put it into this situation, one way or another. Alright. Well, fair enough. Where we going, champion? Front door or back? I mean, I can go this way. I sat down at the table and stared at the gun in my hand. It didn't seem too heavy this time. If I wanted to, I could use the gun to finally end this. The question was, did I think I deserved it? Did I? Was it my fault? Did I deserve to die? I'm gonna be honest, I think he did it. I think that he did in fact kill Rachel. Like, it's way too... I don't know who else would have done it. Like, maybe it's too obvious, but, like, I don't know if it is. I think he killed his wife. Alright. Alright. Living in this town hadn't been easy. The plant had helped in some way to stay grounded. Kids are yelling. It's really annoying. It kept me in line and gave me something to do and helped me get away from my past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that was when I had started sleepwalking, disappearing for hours at a time. Oh, please. I had MRIs and piles of doctors' reports, but nothing seemed to help, not even drinking. But I swear I had tried to give it up. I knew it. I know it. Sleepwalking never really went away, though. But I know Rachel had tried. I know she had tried to be there for me, even when everything was falling apart. This night had unearthed terrible truths, but I knew it was a final act of a long-standing horror I had been living. Waking up in that house tonight was the final cruelty. I wish I had remained unconscious in that room forever. I wasn't sure what had happened to that other man that I had found in that room, or that house. He seemed to me more a victim, but what was his role in all this? Now that I thought of it, those sewers were a terrible mystery. What had happened there? I was lucky, in a way, to even find my way out of there. But I never did find out what was on that tape that that I now kept. What might it have shown me? I'll look it up on YouTube later. Just leave me alone. Just get to the end. The tangled mess of that horrible forest was an experience I never want to repeat. Yeah, I agree. Whatever happened, I knew at least that Norman wasn't the one who kept going back to the factory. I hoped it meant that he had nothing to do with that guard's violent end. I'm pretty sure I did that too. But who had been rooting through those lockers or drinking in that boarded up room? You did. After the factory, I thought I might have found some solace if I could just get to Norman's store. But all I had found were more horrors and more questions. Now that I really consider it, that's when I should have seen it coming. Damn, Norman. Did you get mixed up in all this? I know you weren't a perfect man, none of us were, but you didn't deserve this. Maybe whoever had done you in was responsible for the other murders that happened in the town. At the very least, I was convinced you and Rachel were killed by the same person. I sincerely hope you would find some peace, my friend. I knew I never would. When I had marched through the rain towards home, I desperately clung to the hope that this would end. And I guess in a way it did. But how could I have known how hopeless it all was? I had started to feel as disoriented as when I sleepwalked. To think of it now, our house used to feel so lively, so warm, but coming into the kitchen, I felt only a cold, empty tension. Every terrible thought I had up to that point was suddenly a possibility, but nothing could have prepared me. My wife dead, ruined, discarded. Rachel's death was a terrible mystery to me, one that would haunt me forever, unless I did something about it. For what solace can a man take in the death of his wife? What comfort can be offered? Rachel had been taken from me, and I might never know why. I checked the gun again. It still had a few bullets left. I felt surprisingly calm as I sat there with it. I could feel its weight, and perhaps it was that sense, that presence that allowed me to understand what had to be. Rachel was dead, and there was nothing I could do about it. Okay. End of the story in the kitchen. Alright. Eraser. Okay. So that was a long ending. Look, I don't know if, like, the true reveal is that I'm not actually the killer and that it was somebody else who was doing all the murdering. And I acknowledge that the game is kind of rubbing it in quite a bit by, like, repeatedly being like, oh, well, I'll never know what was on this tape or what was this or that. Like, I get it. I do get it. But, home is dedicated to my wife, Nancy. Watch your back. Cute. But also, like... I don't know. Like, there were a lot of dead ends there that I didn't know how to, like, go around. But, for now, I think I'm just gonna leave this here. Thank you all for watching. I have been TivTheMelancholy. I hope you all have a great day. And I hope that my audio didn't get all janky, like. See you all next time.